Okay, so we're going to kind of get towards the final part of this video, which is essentially looking at the output stage. So let's just remind ourselves where we got to with images. We've got a couple of nice images here. We've got a couple of internal ones here. I've created a few new ones here. And let's just kind of get down and create one more really nice view. I think really from memory, this is a bit of a killer image looking across the lake here, bit of landscape and so on. So all we need to do is click the plus sign to create that image. If you click onto more, we can just pop into format and just do remember to change the output size. So for this particular one, I'm going to go for a really nice wide angle. Let's go for custom, and I'm going to go for something like 4000 by 2000. Just a really nice long thin aspect ratio. So that looks pretty cool if we kind of look at that on full screen. Do any final tweaking you need. Just sort of get that looking quite natural in terms of the eye height there. So we'll pop back and we'll just click update. That'll recapture the image. Let's kind of get in here and look at one a little bit more, kind of looking out onto the lake here, maybe with those shadows. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Just a little bit of detail of the tree in the front there. You see how detailed these new trees are. Absolutely fantastic. So let's click plus there. So we've got a bunch of images. We've got a little internal shot looking out. We've got a few external shots looking at the different contexts here. Maybe on this one we'll just have a final little play around with the weather. Just kind of make that look a little bit more wintry. Slide that down a bit. Just kind of maybe can't resist slightly icier sort of times. That looks really nice. Good. Okay, so we'll update that one. Final little tweaking thing here. Just get that looking a little bit more natural. That looks lovely. Yeah, brilliant. Happy with that. Good. Okay, so we'll go back to media. We'll go to video. And what we're going to do is create video to create our first frame. And all we're going to do is kind of walk forward very nice and slowly. And when we're ready, we're just going to click the plus sign to add another keyframe. Let's kind of walk forward ever so slightly, tilt the view. And let's click another plus sign here. And let's just walk forward a little bit more, just approaching that lovely scene, and do one more plus sign. So we've got 4 keyframes here. Let's just save what we've done so far. Essentially, every time you add a keyframe, we can now rewind, and we can click play in real time to play through the draft of the animation. You get these lovely sort of shadows flickering. And the final quality of these will be a lot sharper and a lot better. But that's a really nice first part of our video. Now we can actually click on the plus button and add a second part to the video if you prefer. I quite like actually just going back and doing completely separate clips. So to do this, let's kind of get out on the lake a bit more. Let's kind of look at this view here. Something like that. Kind of nice. Yeah, and we'll click plus to create the project, create the video. I'm going to click more and go to weather, and let's decide to go back to the sunnier times here. And let's just go for a little bit more atmospheric, something a little bit wetter, a little bit more overcast. That looks pretty cool. Just frame that up a tiny bit more. And let's just update that first keyframe. So now what we're going to do is basically move forward a bit to the side. So if we click the D key, and we'll just spin round, try and keep it quite level, and we'll click create a keyframe. Let's go around a bit more, and we'll just slide that round. Let's do one more there. And the key is to don't do big jumps. Go nice and smoothly. Try and get each keyframe fairly equidistant in terms of its movement. Otherwise you'll find that some will speed up and slow down. Let's kind of do one more there. Get a nice little angle there. One more keyframe. So let's have a quick preview of that one. Let's rewind and let's just play through. That's really nice. Sort of centering on the building in the middle. Just spinning around there. Yeah, I can adjust that anytime. And the great thing is we can stop it. We can keep working on the groundscape. Anything that doesn't look too natural, we can keep working on. And I'll show you a really nice little tip. So on this first frame here, what we'll do is adjust the time. We'll click onto the more button, we'll go to location, and we're going to go adjust the time, something maybe almost like a kind of sunrise here, 7 o'clock in the morning. And let's go back to the video here. Let's click onto maybe the options. Again, let's go for maybe 2 hours. Let's go for, it was 7 o'clock, so let's go for 9 o'clock. That time. Let's go to this frame. Let's click more location. Let's go for 11 in the morning. Let's keep going back. Back on our breadcrumbs. Let's click more on this one. Location 11, so it must be 1300 hours. So kind of bright in the middle of the day. And let's go through a bit more. And then on this particular frame, kind of go right down to the other end of the day where the sun sort of sets. That looks really cool. So, going to save what we've done so far. And basically what we can see now is when we play through the animation, we're going to get a time lapse. So we're going to get that lovely sunrise. As we spin around the model, we simulate a time lapse during the day of the sun's sort of path moving around and the lovely shadows coming into play. You can see them going really quite nice and smoothly because we adjusted the time quite smoothly between each set of frames. Do bear in mind this is just a preview on screen at the moment. The higher level of quality will come in a bit later on when we get into the final edit of the video. So that's really cool. I'm really happy with that. Let's save what we've done so far. Let's do a final review and look at exporting our media. So here's our couple of video clips under the media section. We've got this nice preview here. That was a nice sort of sunny day in the winter. It looks really, really cool. Just moving nice and slowly towards the building. And then let's preview the other one. That was the time lapse where we spun around the building, and that's going to look really cool. That's about 30 frames. What I might actually do is just add in another few seconds here. Let's make this 15 seconds to make it a bit smoother. And I'm going to click settings and just double check the camera settings. So let's go right back here to this more. Bit confusing sometimes. I'm just going to make sure that's, yeah, that's wide angle. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do the same on this one. Click on this one. Let's just check those settings there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the camera. I think maybe try some depth of field on this one. And let's kind of give that a bit of, let's say 50 meters, just so the background's a little bit blurred out as well. I'm pretty happy. We've got the particles here, we've got a bit of rain, we've got the time lapse, all sorts going on. Let's just review our images. Again, we've got a bunch of nice images. This one needs definitely a bit more work. You can see, yeah, that's all looking okay. Looking quite interesting. Good. So we've reviewed all the images. We're very happy. We've added some details. So let's go for export. All I need to do is load in the various images. So I can click them one at a time. If I prefer, I can click select all. That's fine. There's no panoramas as yet. Let's click video. And again, we'll do the same with the video channels here. And when we're happy, we'll just click start export. And let's go and select our appropriate folder to export those to. So we've got a House by the Lake folder here, and we're just going to click select and start to let Twinmotion do its rendering. Now this is where your graphics card will really help the rendering. So the better the graphics card, the faster it will be. And you'll notice that when it first starts to export, it estimates the computing time. I often find that it's a lot faster. We will see, and I will come back and report on that in the end and show you the final quality images when we get done. Thanks for watching.